Ever looked at a sloped backyard and wondered if it's just a landscaping headache? Think again. That incline could be your secret weapon for a yard that stands out and works harder for you, blending style with serious function. Why settle for a flat, boring stretch of grass? With a few creative sloped backyard ideas, you can add seating, gardens, and even play spaces that turn every inch into something practical. Ready to see hills in a whole new light? Let's dig in. Tiered stone patios add depth and charm to a sloped backyard. Picture crisp evenings spent chatting around a built-in fire pit, no one fighting over the best seat. The levels break up the space, making even a tricky hillside feel inviting. Plus, stone withstands weather and foot traffic year-round. However, building these patios requires careful planning and a solid foundation. Costs can climb quickly if you want custom stonework. Still, the payoff is clear. Instant outdoor living room vibes and a reason to invite friends over, marshmallows in hand. Who wouldn't want that kind of backyard upgrade? A cascading waterfall can turn a sloped backyard into a peaceful retreat. The sound of flowing water masks street noise, creating a relaxing space. Add clusters of ferns, hostas, or ornamental grasses for texture. Place bold rocks as natural steps. Maintenance? Yes, but the payoff is pure backyard theater. Ever thought about the wildlife? Birds and butterflies flock to moving water and dense greenery. This setup isn't just for looks, it encourages biodiversity. To keep things simple, use native plants. They require less water and fuss. Just remember, a well-planned layout prevents erosion and keeps everything looking sharp. Wooden deck terraces add instant function and style to a sloped backyard. Modern railings give a clean, safe edge, while layered seating turns awkward elevation into usable hangout zones. Imagine morning coffee on the top tier, then sliding to a lower bench for evening chats. Simple, effective, and visually striking. Maintenance is a consideration. Wood needs regular care to avoid splinters or warping. Still, the payoff is huge. Multiple seating levels create cozy gathering spots and maximize tricky land. If you want a backyard that feels like an outdoor living room, this approach hits the sweet spot. Consider planting native wildflowers on your sloped backyard for a landscape that's both low effort and beautiful. Wildflowers thrive with minimal attention, often needing less water, fertilizer, or mowing than traditional grass. Over time, they spread, filling gaps and crowding out weeds. That means less work and more color. Wildflower slopes draw pollinators like butterflies and bees, helping local ecosystems. Why not let nature do some heavy lifting for you? Choose a mix suited to your climate. Think coneflowers, black-eyed Susans, or milkweed. If you want curb appeal without constant chores, wildflowers might be your best bet. Think about sinking a patio lounge into your sloped backyard. Curved retaining walls enclose the space, forming a natural nook that blocks wind and creates privacy. Add layered lighting, some plush seating, and you have a cozy retreat for evening gatherings or lazy afternoons. Curved walls aren't just for looks. They help control soil erosion and blend the lounge into the landscape. Maintenance can be more involved, especially if the walls need drainage features. Still, the payoff is huge. You get comfort, style, and a backyard that stands out from the crowd. Imagine stepping outside to a curving trail of oversized stones, each one inviting you forward. Ornamental grasses sway beside the path, softening the route and adding gentle motion. This playful combination isn't just beautiful, it also helps manage erosion and guides foot traffic, making your sloped backyard feel both magical and practical. Maintenance is straightforward. A sweep here, a trim there, and the grasses keep their charm without becoming wild. Want even more personality? Mix in low lights or unexpected plants between stones. It's a simple way to craft a space that sparks conversation and actually makes slope an asset. Why stick with a flat patch of dirt when you can make a sloped yard work for you? Multi-level vegetable and herb gardens use the terrain to pack more plants into less space. Rustic timber borders add charm, give structure, and keep soil from washing away when the rain shows up uninvited. Building these beds isn't rocket science. Start by plotting out tiers with sturdy, untreated wood. This setup makes watering easier too, since gravity helps drain excess moisture. Just remember, wood can rot, so check it yearly and swap out boards if needed. Your backyard gets a facelift, and your dinner plate gets a flavor boost. A sloped backyard can become a private oasis with a pool bordered by natural stone. Imagine lounging on a raised platform as water sparkles beside you. Stones blend seamlessly with the terrain, offering both style and stability. Maintenance is simple, but initial installation may stretch your budget. Choosing a lounge platform means more than comfort. It creates a social hub. Friends gather, kids play, and relaxation is effortless. However, careful drainage planning is a must. Otherwise, you risk water pooling where you want to sunbathe. Think ahead, and your slope space turns into a highlight rather than a headache. Imagine climbing a spiral staircase wrapped in twinkling string lights. It's not just about getting from one level of your yard to another, it's about adding magic to every step. Kids race up and down, while adults linger, enjoying the soft glow during evening gatherings. Of course, spiral staircases can be tricky for those with mobility challenges, but for most, they save space and add visual interest. Use solar-powered lights for easy maintenance. Want to boost curb appeal or create a nighttime oasis? This setup delivers both, turning your sloped backyard into a conversation starter. Imagine settling into a cozy chair surrounded by fragrant herbs and blooming flowers, tucked neatly between terraced garden walls. This setting makes reading outside irresistible, with natural stone creating defined spaces that cut down on wind and add privacy. A few cushions and a small table complete the retreat. Even if your slope is steep, terracing offers both stability and style. Add climbing vines or low shrubs for extra shade and interest. Lighting matters, so solar lanterns or string lights can extend your reading hours. Maintenance is simple. Just keep plants trimmed and seating surfaces clean for ongoing comfort. A Zen-inspired rock garden brings calm to a sloped backyard. Stones, gravel, and moss create visual texture without much fuss. Add a bamboo water feature for gentle sound, nature's background music. The incline helps water flow, turning gravity into an ally. Maintenance stays low, but the peace it offers feels high. Curious about downsides? Steep slopes can make setup tricky, and rocks need careful positioning to avoid sliding. Still, once arranged, these gardens stand up well to rain and wind. Want a meditative spot that's different from the usual lawn? This choice keeps things simple, tranquil, and surprisingly practical. Sloped yards can look spectacular with stepped flower beds. Arranging vibrant plants at different levels creates a layered effect that's easy on the eyes. Add dramatic landscape lighting, and you'll get a backyard that wows after dark. Solar spotlights or low-voltage LEDs highlight blooms and paths, making evenings magical. This setup isn't just eye candy. Stepped beds reduce soil erosion and improve drainage. Lighting also boosts safety, guiding guests along paths. However, wiring and maintenance can be tricky on slopes. Consider professional help if you're not keen on weekend DIY marathons. The payoff? A backyard that shines day and night. Children crave excitement, and a backyard hillside offers a natural opportunity. Installing a sturdy slide right into the slope turns unused space into a playground. Framing the slide with tough, colorful ground covers like creeping thyme or sedum keeps maintenance low and your garden vibrant all year. Why settle for ordinary when a hillside can spark imagination? Hardy ground covers cushion falls and resist trampling, making them safer for play. Plus, their bright blooms attract pollinators. A slide surrounded by living color gives kids a space to burn energy while you enjoy a lively, effortless landscape. Concrete retaining walls bring clean lines and solid structure to a sloped backyard. Combined with bold, evergreen shrubs, they create a modern look that's surprisingly low maintenance. Evergreens add year-round color. Concrete's durability means you won't be patching cracks every season. Want privacy or noise reduction? This combo delivers both. However, concrete can look cold if overused. Add some softer elements, such as ground covers or flowering perennials, to break up the hardscape. Consider mixing heights and textures for extra interest. Think of it as balancing a sharp suit with a bright tie. The right plants can soften any rigid edge. Curved seating benches that follow a backyard slope do more than provide a place to sit. They work with the landscape, not against it, making each level feel intentional. Imagine friends gathering along a sweeping bench, laughter echoing as the shape encourages conversation. It's practical and visually striking. On the flip side, custom benches for uneven terrain can cost more and take longer to install. However, the payoff is big. You gain a gathering spot that fits your yard like a glove. Maintenance is straightforward. Just use outdoor-safe materials and wipe down surfaces after storms. Why settle for straight lines when curves invite connection? Raising a pergola above a sloped yard creates a striking dining spot with garden views. Imagine sharing a meal while sunlight filters through overhead beams, flowers blooming below. Adding string lights boosts evening charm. Use sturdy materials like pressure-treated wood or steel to stand up to shifting ground. However, building on a slope often costs more than a flat area. You'll need proper footings and possibly retaining walls for safety. Still, many homeowners agree the enhanced perspective and cozy atmosphere are worth the extra effort. Does your backyard deserve a dinner table with a view? Imagine a backyard where summer nights mean homegrown cinema under the stars. Crafting an amphitheater from grass and timber turns a sloped yard into an open-air movie spot. Timber steps make natural seating. Grass softens the look and invites barefoot lounging. Kids and adults both find something to love. However, maintenance can be a bear. Grass needs regular care, and timber requires protection from the elements. But with a simple projector and a white sheet, outdoor movie nights become a family tradition. Isn't it worth a bit of weeding for that kind of memory? Think about placing a rain garden at the bottom of your sloped backyard. This simple idea helps manage stormwater by collecting runoff and letting it soak into the ground. Plants like sedges, black-eyed Susans, and Joe Pyeweed thrive here and filter pollutants, making your yard more eco-friendly. Sure, you'll need to choose plants that can handle both wet and dry spells. Maintenance is mostly weeding and occasional mulching, but the payoff? Less erosion, fewer puddles, and a pretty garden that supports butterflies and birds. Isn't that worth a little dirt under your nails? A mosaic tile staircase adds instant charm to a sloped backyard, turning a simple slope into an art piece. Each riser can tell a story, mixing bright ceramics, glass, or even old dishes. Why settle for plain steps when you can create a conversation starter with every footstep? Installation can be tricky if you're new to tiling, but kits and how-to videos help. This upgrade stands up well to weather, though grouting may need touch-ups over time. The payoff? A backyard that begs for compliments and invites guests to linger a little longer outdoors. Transforming a sloped backyard doesn't have to be a puzzle. Whether you crave a spot for quiet reading, a playful kids' corner, or a low-work wildflower retreat, there's an idea here to match your vision and budget. Why let that hillside gather weeds when you could create a showstopper? Start with 1 or 2 ideas. Test what fits your space, and watch your outdoor area become the talk of the neighborhood, one clever step at a time. Backyard patio designs, pergola patio ideas, garden decor ideas, pool landscaping ideas, paver patio ideas.